Well, greetings, YouTube model people. How is it going? Oh my, oh my. I have not done a channel update in a really long time. So we are way overdue. Um, Grab a beverage of choice, whatever that might be, and just sit back and relax. And we ain't going to show you anything here except basically what you're looking at, which is pretty, mundane for the most part. If you see my channel, you've seen this view 1,000 times. No, I don't have a drinking addiction for all the red cups over there. Those are just various cups for weathering and washes and such like that. I try to use them up as best I can before throwing them out. So, no, I don't have addiction to alcohol, thankfully. I am high on life. I don't need any extracurricular stuff to be happy. So, lucky for me. But anyway, so first and foremost, most important thing is there's been a handful of you who are new subs to my channel. And whether you're a new sub, an old sub, or one of the first subs I ever had, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the support, all the comments and views and everything else. This is truly a unique, awesome community. So positive, so encouraging to each other, and always helping each other along. So it's a rare thing, believe it or not, guys. I have other hobbies and such, and this is by far the most really helpful and people looking out for each other type community of people there is that I've seen so far. So awesome. Anyway, so I have a little bit of a sinus cold, no big deal. It's nothing serious, so excuse my voice a little bit. But yes, thank you so much to all my subscribers. That's something I definitely don't do enough, is to thank you. So, couple things. One thing that is to look forward to here. These basically what I'm going to have some thoughts and some plans project-wise and what's coming up on my channel kind of thing. That's what this update is for. So, the first item is something I'm hanging my head in great shame and embarrassment is the U.S. Armed Forces group build that I'm hosting. It is still very much active, believe it or not, and it runs through till Memorial Day 2024. Okay? Now, I obviously haven't made any updates in a long time on this, and there's a couple weird reasons why. One is that I really didn't set this up to be organized very well to track it. So it's kind of a daunting thing. But don't be worried, don't be afraid, well, not afraid, but just don't be too concerned. I've seen people finishing projects, so I'm taking notes, and I will be doing a video very soon, and it will be a status of where things are at, where we're going on that group build, and of course, it'll include a full apology, because the last thing I wanted to do is something that was not respectful for the U.S. Armed Forces, whether you're current, former, or have a family member or a friend or whatever it is involved. As I said, I hang my head in shame on that one. So, but that'll be a separate video. It's coming out definitely within the next week, okay? So you can plan on that, okay? So the other piece is that I talked about possibility of attending the JaxCon show in 2024 down in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, unless something changes, right now when I'm looking at the airlines, it's between like $400 and $600 for a ticket from New Jersey to Jacksonville and back, which is just crazy expensive. And I don't really want to use airline points for that because, when the fares are that expensive, so are the air points. They cost you more points to do it, which in theory is more money in many ways, right? So money you've spent. So we will keep an eye on that, but I got to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to that show, guys. I really wanted to try to get down there, but I may have to put that off till next year. We'll see if we can pick another show to go to maybe in 2024. I'd like to start chipping away at some of the notable shows across the country just to do something different and pick one and go every year. So JaxCon was on my list, but it just might be too expensive, but we'll see. Okay, so another thing I wanted to bring forward is group builds. If you follow, I've been around since 2013. That's when my channel started on YouTube. And I did some numbers just for curiosity. I looked up as best my records as I could tell, because I do keep records of completed builds and what type of builds I did and all that kind of stuff. Very simple notepad document on my computer. I think it's fairly up to date. I don't think I really don't miss anything on it. It's pretty simple to maintain it. So basically, looking back to my channel history, starting in 2013, I built a total number of models of 120, and only 13 of those were non-group build model projects. Okay, so only 13 of 120 were not part of a group build. So basically what I'm saying is almost all the builds I've done from 2013 till current is group builds. And that's because I really think it's an incredibly enjoyable part of the community, as far as the hobby part of it itself, not just the people. Obviously, as we said, if you go to a show, it's cool to see a bunch of great models and share your work and such, but it's really the people that's the key, right? So obviously that's a very big key even out here in the community. But as far as the hobby piece of the activity and the community, the group builds is what I enjoy a lot, because it's a way to push yourself to do things you never did before, to support people maybe you haven't supported before, or people that supported you and then now they're hosting a build so you can go support them. So it's one of those kind of things, and I've always been a big fan. Now the only trick is this: I usually overcommit myself, and I can't maintain and keep up with the group builds. Now, I'm not giving up on group builds by no means or any means. That is not what this little announcement is. It basically, what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I did skip a couple. There was one or two canceled, so that helps me get ahead a little bit. But it looks like very early next year, within January, February timeframe, thereabouts, I'll be in a position where I've been really trying to get to, which is to have one group build project in the works, working on it, and one non-group build project that I'm working on, because I have anywhere between 10 and 13 other projects that are basically in various forms, definitely on the shelf of doom. Some are pretty close to being done, some are only half done, but I'd like to start getting some of those done. And there's a couple projects that are not part of group builds. I highly doubt they would ever be, just because of the subject matter. I would like to get those completed in time for certain deadlines next year. So that's hopefully really what I'm going for. Again, I'm not saying I'm not going to be participating. I am going to be participating in builds. I'm currently working on the motorcycle build still. There'll be an update here soon. First time participant with the USAC build, USACC build, okay? And that's going along okay. We have an update for that one coming up. I'm participating the first time in Scale Speedworks Mustang Anniversary group build. Mike over there at Scale Speedworks, go check him out. That runs until next year. So I'm in that group build, and then I'll be in the normal ones, the 24-hour build, the February small scale, the March Bandai, most likely, April Eggplane, right? So I'm going to be in all of those, but alongside of those, I plan to be working on something non-group build related. And of course, I have my U.S. Armed Forces build, which I'm going to be sneaking in between that. So, full bench, full of projects. I hope this makes some kind of sense. I'm just kind of jibber-jabbing along here, really with no real notes for this. But, yeah, that's really where we're at with stuff. So, it's all about having fun. That's all I really look to do. I mean, as I said, it is tough sometimes when I'm in so many group builds that I can't get to some other projects I'd like to get to. One good example of one is the zombie, post-apocalyptic zombie project that I have with the ruins building and the cars and the zombies that are all there. It's sitting in a state that it's been in for a number of months now. Haven't touched it at all. So that's one of them I definitely want to get done in time for the first show of that I go to for IPMS, which is on April 6th. So again, that's something that's very important to me to put into onto the bench and get it done in time for that show. So that's it for now, folks. All right, we will talk to you in a bit. Look for updates on the motorcycle build for 2023. It's coming along really well. I'm thinking about a week and a half it might be done, maybe less. The USAC build, we have an update coming up. We just started kind of chipping away at that today a little bit in between the motorcycle stuff. Those are the two main projects I'm working on at the moment. And, so as I said, luckily about a week and a half, probably be done with the motorcycle build. And we'll be well along on the USAC build. And I think we'll be getting cracking to finish up, which is not too far off either, my Coast Guard entry for the U.S. Armed Forces build. So that's it, folks. I bothered you for 10 minutes and 30-something seconds here. So that's enough. Again, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all building. It is actually Saturday, November 18th, 2023. I don't think I said the date. But, yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Okay, cheers.